CopLogic. I've never heard of it before. Tonight we were kind of just chit-chatting a little bit, and you asked me if I've heard of it. Never heard of CopLogic.
Now, what is CopLogic?
What is it?
Well, I think every cop should have some logic. I don't have much, but
Is it a different degree of logic?
Yeah. So CopLogic is a system the city of Medford and the police department utilizes for online reporting. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I think that it's a great tool for anybody in this the city of Medford. And you know, I'm kind of biased with the city of Medford because I work there, but where you can report non-emergency criminal activity, whether it's theft or fraud.
Online reporting system that the citizens use.
Yeah, and it's really user friendly, and you don't have to wait at the station to talk to an officer. And the way it looks on the back end is basically once you fill out that report, you say, as an example, we'll use the garden gnome again because it's one of my favorite. Anyhow, so you recognize that your garden gnome is missing from your front porch when you wake up in the morning, and you want to report it. And when I say you want to, I think you should report theft. And I don't want to get too far off track, but if we know that there's theft occurring in a certain area, we can put, I as the supervisor of my patrol team can say, hey, there's an uptick in thefts in this neighborhood. I need you guys to focus on this neighborhood tonight. So that's why it's important to report these things. And even though you have some change missing from the interior of your car or whatever it may be, after leaving your car unlocked overnight, you want to report those things, even though it's a minor offense. And a good way to do that is maybe on your break at work from your computer, you log on to the City of Medford website, jump on CopLogic, and put in the details. On the back end of that, a police officer is assigned to investigate that crime if they can. But at the very least, I mean, if it's a minor crime like a petty theft, we'll know that that's occurring because those petty thefts will eventually lead to a stolen car. Yeah. And that will eventually lead to maybe a burglary of a house. So it helps to report these things.
I'm looking at it right now. You guys, if you're watching this, you fill out more complicated stuff than this every day on your phone. You pick the type of crime, you put in some information, things like that. What happens at the end? Do they get a case number or something?
Yeah, so they'll get an email and we'll contact you and say, hey,
has some kind of number?
Yeah. So
because we require one for them to post. Yep. So I want to tell them, we like them to put them in. We want the record of that. If there's like a chain of burglaries, thefts, or something in a neighborhood, we feel like that helps the police know that neighborhood's getting hit.
Yep. And again, non-emergency is, again, I describe it as something that's not in progress.
Yes.
So, but now if it's a major theft, like a theft of a large amount of money or a burglary, and a burglary is basically described as somebody that goes into your house and steals something. So if I want to put, as a supervisor, I want to put a cop at the threshold of your doorway to walk into your house and maybe look for fingerprints. Or look for evidence that you might not recognize, and the officer might. So, when it comes to burglaries and high crime things, I want to put a police officer at your doorstep. Yeah. So this is not a replacement for an officer to come to your house. It's just another tool that you can use if you don't want to wait 3 hours for a police officer to call you back to report a simple theft.
There's really simple categories here, and I'm just going to read them because it looks like there's 9 of them. Criminal trespass, somebody came onto your property and they're not supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. Harassing phone call. Identity theft. Yep. Lost property under $100, it says. You lost something under $100 and you're hoping somebody turns it in and you want to make a report about it, right?
That would be, say you lost your driver's license at the store.
Yeah.
That's under $100.
Yep.
And it's a good way to report it.
Yeah. Minor theft, which could be more than $200. They stole the chainsaw off the back. I know they already sold it. I'm not going to get it back, but I want you to know so that if my neighbor's chainsaw comes up missing too, now we got a chain of events here that we can follow. Mm-hmm. Non-injury minor hit and run.
Yep.
Somebody smacked your car in the driveway while you were sleeping, clipped it going by. Too late, they're gone. But you need to report that, and they might catch them on that. There's color left behind sometimes.
Absolutely.
There's pieces of a car left behind. People don't realize what they leave behind when they crash a car.
Yeah, car pieces normally have part numbers associated with certain types of vehicles.
Yeah.
And we can piece that together pretty easy.
Yeah, or a chunk of a light that just happens to fit right back in the broken one. I know of a case like that. I didn't do it. But look, it fits. It's a puzzle piece. Theft from a vehicle, that happens a lot around here. Mm-hmm. And then traffic complaint, it's already happened, but you think that guy needs a talking to. Mm-hmm. And vandalism. Correct. Somebody slashed one of your tires.
Yeah, like Jared comes over to my house
Spray paint
and
stuff.
Throws toilet paper over my trees.
You spray paint pig on your house.
I swear I didn't do it.
I've caught him a couple times.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Good thing I haven't reported you.
The theft stuff is a nice segue. You're in charge of patrols, and part of patrols is noticing some of these guys, and like, you can't profile people, I realize, but when I'm driving around as a citizen, and sometimes I'm out late, my family likes to play games, they like to do different stuff. I might be coming back at 2 a.m., and I see 1, 2, 3 guys, all hoodies, all BMX bikes, trying to stay in the shadows with big backpacks full of stuff on. I'm suspect at that point. I don't think you can be. That's a citizen packing their stuff up and going someplace or doing something.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we have, you're right. We don't racially profile, but I do profile. I criminally profile. Yeah. But to the hypothetical situation you gave, I would need some kind of violation or
probable cause to be able to talk to
them, or believe that they had just committed a crime. So if you could articulate when you called the police that they had a bunch of property and you saw a car door open in the general vicinity of their location, that would give me reason enough to talk to them.
Is carrying a set of bolt cutters and running when they see a police officer enough to?
That would be considered.
That's enough to have a chat?
I would chat with them, yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's, so, I mean, that's part of their job is to deter criminal activity as well as on patrols.
Just driving through, that helps,
Yeah.
Who wants to steal on a street where the cops driven by twice tonight? They're going to go pick someplace else.
Yeah.
So I wake up in the morning, I go out, I open up my car door, I see that my glove box has been gone through and some change has been done.
Yeah.
I get online and I get on CopLogic and I file it. How does the officer receive it from the system?
Yeah, so it goes into our CopLogic system. A supervisor looks at that report, determines if there's any investigative value to what the person said. So if they said, hey, I have pictures, or I have video evidence, or I have a car part that was left behind, that will then be assigned to a police officer that works patrol. And during their downtime, they will go and investigate those.
So the more information people can give, the better when they fill these out.
Yeah,
for sure. And then you need some kind of probable cause to be able to chase a thief, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's what people expect of their professional police departments. I mean, we don't want officers just stopping people because
no hunches.
Yeah, no, we don't do that, and we want to make sure that we're doing things the right way and under the confines of the law, and so that's kind of how that's part of their responsibility is to fly the flag and take their blue and white and then drive through the neighborhoods and make sure they're visible and approachable and
Thanks for tuning in to the Scanner Group Crowdsourced Crime and Safety Podcast with Ryan Mallory and Jared Banry from ThiefHunter Labs. Make sure to subscribe today for notifications about the next show. Visit us at www.thiefhunterlabs.com or on Facebook as Thief Hunter Labs in the search bar.